Hi, this is Robert Wood with the Keep It Dago podcast. Today we're here with Ernie Ellis, also known as Ace of Live Wire Entertainment. We're going to get to know him just a little bit better, San Diego, but before we do, hey, say hi to the people of Dago, man.
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? You know how we do it. Our famous saying is that we keep it cracking at all times. Most definitely.
There you go. We keep it cracking at all times. And of course, here we keep it Dago at all times. So, Ace, without me even asking any specific questions, give me a little background on yourself. Tell Dago about you.
Well, you know, a lot of people want to know how I went through a little experience. You know what I mean? We all go through different walks of life. You know what I mean? We find ourselves in certain situations and we try to find our way out. Well, as for me, you know what I mean? I had an encounter with that man upstairs and kind of put me on a different path. So now, you know, I kind of view and see things a little bit differently. You know what I mean? But I'm always the same man. But I see things a little bit differently. You know, I walk a little bit differently, and the way I move is a little bit different. But Live Wire Entertainment, you know, came about, you know, I started off taking little pictures here and there, you know, of different people and their different events, and, you know, going to different places and all the places that we travel to, you know, taking little snapshots and then putting little things behind it, you know, little scenarios behind it that's attractive to the eye, you know what I mean, that's kind of catchy. And, you know, and it kind of took off from there, you know what I mean. And I just stuck with it. I've been doing it for about maybe a year and a half, you know what I mean? But in order to push something, you know what I mean, you got to put the footwork down. So I've just been, you know, pursuing what I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? And just doors is opening for different things, you know, videos and all kind of other different situations and are happening, you know what I mean? So I'm just taking it one step at a time.
So you've been pursuing it and doing it.
That's
and you've been doing that right here in Dago for the most part,
yes,
am I right?
Yes, representing my city.
Okay.
You know?
And that's a lovely thing because right now, San Diego has a booming entertainment industry, urban
Right.
entertainment industry specifically, and it's like a jet. It's right there at the takeoff point, and there are a lot of people like yourself who are doing things. There are people singing, rapping, acting, making movies,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there are people with platforms that are getting it out. And so this is a really big deal to me to hear about Live Wire Entertainment because you kind of fall in between two categories,
Yeah.
a platform and also some actual entertainment product.
Right. And see, what we plan to do is make small movies, you know, little short films, and see where it goes. You know, you never know what you can get out of it. You know, if somebody's watching or who's out there in the industry, you know, that might want to use you or use somebody that was in the cast. So, you know, anything basically entertainment that you can get with a camera and take the footage, you know, basically we want to be there. You know, we want to be there where it's live, you know what I'm saying? We want to go to the clubs, to the parties, and we also want to start hosting our own parties, you know, for the city. Live Wire Entertainment parties. You know, the black and white parties, the white parties, you know, just a whole lot of different scenarios, you know, that we want to do, you know, to kind of push Live Wire, you know what I mean, and just keep it proactive and live, you know.
Keep it proactive, keep it alive.
Yeah.
You want to entertain, you want to host events. It sounds like Live Wire Entertainment is going to have a lot going. I've been watching some of the content myself, and I can say right now I'm very impressed with it.
Yeah.
Some of the things you put out are very impressive. Other things you can tell you just getting your foot in the door, like you said before. But the impressive is very impressive, and so I expect eventually everything will be impressive, and it's all right here in San Diego, California.
San Diego. So what we're doing, we're just moving in slow motion, you know, taking it one step at a time, you know what I mean, waiting for the progression, you know what I'm saying, for the doors to open up, and we're going to keep pushing forward. And so you can look for a whole lot to be coming out of Live Wire Entertainment because we're going to keep it cracking, we're going to keep it live, we're going to take you in the house, you know what I'm saying, walk around with you, let you experience what we go through, you know, and we're just going to give it to you live, you know what I mean, and direct, you know what I'm saying, ain't no cutting, ain't no shortcuts, we're just going to bring it to you the way it is, and that's how we come real.
So basically, you're serving it real. You cooking it up organic.
Organic style, in the kitchen with it.
In the kitchen with it. There you go. So this is something I want to ask you. Where did the idea for Live Wire Entertainment originate? Now I know you said you had the camera, you were running around, but when did you have the epiphany and say, you know what?
Live Wire Entertainment. Well, you know what? One day we was at the beach, and I was sitting there, and I just was taking a lot of different shots of a lot of different stuff. You know what I mean? I say every day, every location we go to, it's always somebody doing something different. You know what I mean? We went to a location, there was some kids jumping off the cliff into the water doing flips. You know what I mean? So that's entertaining to some people. You know what I mean? You got to give them a variety of everything, you know what I mean? Because you never know who is touching or what base or what boundary is gonna reach, you know what I mean? So the whole thing is to get accepted into a corporation where they can fund or either back us up to where we can do it mainstream, you know what I mean? Because I wanna go outside of San Diego, you know, to some of the clubs in other states and see what they doing, connect with some of their people, you know what I mean? To make it an organization type thing, you know what I mean?
So is Livewire Entertainment, let me make sure what I'm hearing, is Livewire Entertainment looking to become a non-profit entertainment organization?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you just basically, you're not in it to make $1 million.
No.
You're in it for the people.
Yes, yes.
That is amazing.
That part.
That's something that I like to hear.
That part.
Now, you're based in San Diego.
Yes.
You're doing it in Dago right now.
Yes.
But you want to bring it wider, full
Right.
circle. And when you start bringing it full circle and meeting these different people, will you be doing a lot of stuff in San Diego still? Will you be bringing stuff to San Diego?
Yeah, see, we plan on like the homeless. We plan on being able to purchase tents, go down there and feed them. You know what I mean? It's a live wire is basically the heart of things. You know what I mean? It's basically what I'm saying is if you ain't doing it from your heart, then you're really not doing it. You know what I mean? So it got to expand beyond trying to receive. You know what I mean? What we want to do is give. You know what I'm saying? We give laughter, we give satisfaction to those who like the club scene. You know what I mean? They get that experience. You know what I mean? And it's basically wherever we find ourselves, where there's some entertainment, we want to get that footage. You know what I mean?
If there's entertainment, you can count on Livewire.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And that's great. I love the concept. I love the company. Of course, you're a personal friend of mine, so I know you. So quality individual leading this effort.
Right.
Somebody who's really serious about it, who really loves San Diego, comes from our community right here in Southeast San Diego. What do you think about the trajectory of San Diego's urban entertainment as a whole and Livewire's place in it?
Well, basically, actually, it fits good, you know, because right now in San Diego we have a whole lot of rappers, you know what I mean, a whole lot of entertainers, you know, people that do plays, and it's just like all of our stuff is stagnated right here, but we got the talent, you know what I'm saying? We got the talent that everybody else has, or maybe a little bit more, but it seems like it's just stagnated here, you know what I mean? So it's like people can't really expand out. Livewire, the way Livewire fits in all that is because, you know, when people are pushing some kind of entertainment, then we can come and videotape what they're doing, you know what I mean? And to each is his own, you know what I mean? Because Livewire might be getting it from a whole different prospect, you know what I mean? So the people that's viewing it from my end is bringing revenue to him over here, you know what I mean? So it's just about what we can do and what we can do for others. You know what I mean?
Right.
Reach one, teach one. You know what I mean?
Reach one, teach one.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And when I watch your lives, as you said, you're always someplace different. It's a diversity of entertainment products. And basically, all I can tell the audience is, you got to check it out. How do they catch up with you?
Well, as of right now, I'm only located on Facebook. So you know you can get in contact with me on Facebook, Ernie Ellis. You know, you can look me up, and we're looking to expand. You know, like I said, we're just in the beginning processes of doing what we're trying to do. But you can most definitely look forward to bigger and better things. You know, not in the future, but in the present, because we're really moving.
Really moving. So we can expect like YouTube soon.
Yes.
Instagram, some lives.
Yes.
That type of stuff.
Yes.
And I know there's someplace else where you're at that you didn't mention. Snapchat.
Yeah.
I've seen Livewire on Snapchat.
Yes. Yes.
And I was impressed when I saw it on Snapchat, just like on Facebook.
Yes.
And so it's a good product. And let's go back. I want to walk back in the interview a little bit and talk about the way that you said you finally woke up. You know, you kind of found yourself, had that epiphany. And so how has that changed in your life? Helped Livewire Entertainment and informed you wanting to help so many other people?
Well, basically, you know, when you have the encounter and the transformation comes, you know, you see that your view of everything is a lot different, you know what I mean? And you start walking in the essence of love, you know what I'm saying? Instead of what you can receive, you know, you start walking in that encounter of what you can give, you know what I mean? And so my view on all that is that, you know, I just see life in a whole different aspect, you know what I mean? I rather you have life than lose it, you know what I mean? I rather you have life than lose it. And so, you know, change comes with preparation, you know, and all of us have the change in us, but we just gotta step in it, you know what I mean? And once we step in it, it'll come to us. And you know, basically, that's about how it happened with me.
And so there's something in the Bible, and I'm not trying to preach to you guys out there. Any religion you have, that is your preference. But I am going to say this. In the Bible, it says, he who serves the most people be the greatest among you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm paraphrasing. But live wire entertainment seems to be taking that philosophy to heart.
That part.
And no matter what your views are, when it comes to religion, the Creator, I do believe that we see that in society.
That's right.
Mr. Walden of Walmart set out to serve the people, and he was serving like pretty close to the most people. Jeff Bezos came up, he started serving a lot of people. And so basically we see that that's a true statement. The more people you can serve, the greater you'll become.
Right.
And so I think that it is imperative that people understand you're not doing it just for that reason.
Right.
But that is a byproduct
Right.
of spreading love.
That's right.
And you do understand that. Now, when I think about San Diego, we're starting to open back up. People are going to the beaches, they're going to the parks,
Everywhere.
they're having a lot of functions.
Everywhere.
Unfortunately, as we're opening back up, there is a certain level of gang activity
Right.
that entails.
Right. Well, as far as that aspect, you know, it's like, I guess we all come from somewhere, you know what I mean? And we all have done some things, you know what I mean? But in all reality, it's an essence of a spirit, you know what I mean? And in that, you know what I mean, when we was out there doing whatever we was doing, it's because that's what we did, you know what I mean? And we didn't know any better, you know what I mean? So this generation coming under us basically are repeating the same thing, you know what I mean? They're repeating the same thing, the same cycle, you know what I mean? Because they're stuck under that trap, they're stuck under that spirit, so they don't know no better. Just like we do like we don't. But the only way we find that refuge is when we come out. And the only way to come out is to find the truth. You see what I mean? So if we don't know the truth, then we'll be stuck in that essence. You know what I mean? So that's like somebody that wants to, that gets in the habit of pulling the trigger. Eventually it's gonna become that person. You know what I mean? So it'd be nothing for him to do it. You know what I mean? Because that spirit is gonna attach itself. You know what I mean?
And that does happen to people, pulling the trigger, fighting, being involved in gang violence. But now, I see people in San Diego opening up with another avenue to teach the young, and that is that we are starting to have a viable urban entertainment industry.
Right.
And hopefully, as we entertain, as we open up more venues, as San Diego becomes larger,
Right.
we can reach and teach
Right.
the youth
That's true.
to put family first.
That's true.
And since we're all family, you need to put your brothers first,
Put your brother first.
your sisters first. And so I like what you're doing, because what you're doing is you're giving people an entertainment product. And know when live wire entertainment comes around, it's just entertainment, it's not some activity.
Right.
You're going out and you're filming on your own, you're giving everybody action.
Right.
I mean, it's like live wire entertainment, it doesn't matter whether somebody's a Crip or
Right.
Blood,
That's
SA,
right.
whatever.
Right.
If you're doing something, live wire entertainment is out there, we're gonna capture it.
That's right.
You're gonna
And
capture
it also
it.
gives them a place to function. You know, we're here, we're there. If the party's live, then you know where to come.
And something else I noticed about live wire entertainment that is pretty impressive. If somebody wants to have a small personal party,
Yes.
and they contact live wire entertainment,
Yes.
you can look at me a little bit because energy, you know, like you want to go between me and you and the camera. So you go, it's cool to go a little bit of both. But if something, now I'll start over because I can edit.
Okay, I got you.
So if somebody wants to have kind of smallish party,
Right.
and they really want to be entertained, they want to turn up, they want to enjoy themselves, you could rent a small venue, you could throw something at your house,
Right, right.
or you could ride around the city.
That's right.
And live wire entertainment accommodates that. Tell us about that.
Well, the party bus. The party bus, the party bus, the party bus. See, that's where it can really get live at. So, if you're interested in renting a party bus, you know, you're interested in throwing a little party, you know, we have a live wire entertainment party bus that is available unto you. And all you gotta do is just reach out, let us know, you know, your time and your availabilities, and we'll see if it lines up with what we got going on, and we can make it happen, most definitely. You can look for that one.
So we will make it happen with the party bus. If they call live wire entertainment, they definitely have action.
Yeah.
Now, what do you have going on that we haven't covered?
Well, you know what, I kinda stay low key, you know what I mean? As for me, you know, I keep it live, so I'm always out there. I'm always out there in it. You know, me and the missus, we get out there and we have a good time, you know what I mean? And basically, anything behind the scene is in the scene, you know what I mean? Because we stay.
Okay, so it's not behind the scenes,
Yeah,
it's in the scene,
it's in
live
the
wire
scene.
entertainment.
It's in the scene, because we keep it live, you know, we keep it proactive, we keep it going.
Okay, well, you kind of gave us a little overview of live wire entertainment. You let us know that you have epiphany, you living and you're moving different now, which is great to hear. You addressed some of the issues that we have as a city, and you told us the value that live wire entertainment can bring to people, including that party bus that I like so much. So, with all that being said, you know how we do it when we close out.
Oh, definitely.
We gotta let them know. Everybody out there, keep grinding, keep it real, and always
Keep it Dago.